The U.S. military is facing a recruitment crisis, with Russia declaring it's in a hot war with the West and the Chinese Communist Party threatening to invade Taiwan, and America probably being caught in the middle of this. Well, that could be a real problem for the all-volunteer fighting force of the United States. During the last fiscal year, the Army missed its recruitment goal by around 25%. Now, practically speaking, that doesn't put us in like a huge, issue technically. Their goal was to have 476,000 soldiers. They're now projected to have around 445,000 and 452,000 in end strength numbers coming in September. But the big concern is what will happen if that trend continues. The U.S. Marines don't seem to be having any issues, but the Marines are also kind of awesome. I grew up in a Marine household, of course. As for the Navy and the Air Force, though, things are not looking so hot. The Navy had to increase its enlistment age from 39 to 41 years old. The Air Force got a boost in recruitment from the film Top Gun Maverick, but even despite that, both of them are facing challenges, and both are expecting to face deep holes in enlistment this year. So what's the solution? Well, maybe help the projection of more patriotic films, tell the American story, maybe remind younger generations of why they should fight to defend the U.S. Constitution and what it stands for. Well, no. The Pentagon is instead doing something different. The Pentagon is doing a review to loosen the requirements. It's taking a second look at whether the 250 issues that can get you disqualified from serving in the military are really all necessary. And interestingly as well, they're turning to TikTok to recruit, and they're also trying to show a new image of the American Armed Forces. And the U.S. Navy is now embracing what many U.S. Marines suspected all along. The Navy has now promoted a non-binary drag queen as its digital ambassador. Joshua Kelly, whose stage name is Harpy Daniels, has been posting short videos on TikTok and other social media sites to sell the appeal of the Navy to younger generations. He's even performed in drag on the aircraft carrier U.S. Ronald Reagan with the U.S. Navy in 2017 and 2018. In a recent post on TikTok, he wrote this: "The Navy has a diverse group of people, including non-binary, trans, and queer people. No haters can stop us." Watch this.
Settle down, are you kidding? I'm at the top of my game. I'm right up there with the big dogs. Girls, come on. Leave the saving of the world to the men? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, is it going to work? Well, the Navy is expected to fall about 8,000 people short of its recruitment goal this year. The main recruits are often people just getting out of high school, and they're likely looking at what kids are being shown and being taught in school to decide what they want in terms of what they're looking for. It's likely the Navy is trying to appeal to LGBTQ youth and trying to represent itself as a new so-called safe space. So what's the problem with that? Well, the military has never been a safe space. In fact, it shouldn't be. The military is very much about putting yourself in harm's way. It's about war. And that often, folks, entails, as General Patton suggested, either dying for your country or making someone else die for their country. For many Americans, it gives the appearance the fighting nature of the U.S. military is being sacrificed for political and woke interests. And American adversaries are taking note of this. The Russian military, for example, they just launched a video ad campaign to lure more quote-unquote real men, perhaps a direct snub at the direction the U.S. military is barreling towards.